Muzz is one of the best solo cash cup players, so today we're looking at how he wins nearly every solo cash cup game, and basically every solo cash cup he becomes at least top 3, top 5. It's that first kill, there are some fast mechanics, they were nice. An interesting thing I learned with a lot of these fights is he always starts them with a beam. Now this player, let's just move on from him, he wasn't that great, but he will actually fight some decent players and we will break down, maybe even in slow motion, a few of them, how he does it. Again, he gets a beam. So when he's this far from opponent, how does he make that distance? Well, he keeps putting the pressure on and he's ready to build. He doesn't just run in a straight line batting and allow the guy to beam him. This guy though, maybe panicking from the amount of damage he took, Muzz takes him down. Here, he's always very careful, I noticed, when he's approaching more than one opponent. So basically, when he's third partying a fight. This guy, he gets a tag on him and now he's pressuring his wall. The guy's decent, you know, he's made a box, a brick box, and you know, he's looking for defensive shots, which is something I gotta give props to this guy. To be good players and just to be a good player, you need to look for defensive shots when you take damage, or you'll just keep getting pressured. Firstly though, Muzz spots a nice little gap in this guy. The guy gets pinched between two players and he dies. Muzz not too happy that his kill just got robbed, gets on the aggression. Again, I like the way he's approaching this. Give himself a right hand peek, slides into stair. Really clean play. And again, even though it doesn't allow him to get damage, it just puts the player on edge. You know, when something unexpectedly happens to you, think about when you play a solo cash cup, you'll panic. And panic means mistakes. And that's what pro players are always trying to make their opponents do, is panic. Even if sometimes they don't get a kill. Here you'll see though, I'm slowing it down, don't worry your screen isn't bugging because there's a lot to learn. Here, once the crosshair I was on the opponent, and even though he doesn't get the shot there, he slides in the stair to put pressure and panic on the opponent. Now his crosshair is on the opponent, waiting for him to edit, so he gets a big pump, puts his pickaxe to bait the opponent and hits a really nice shot. At this stage, for a player of Muzz's caliber, again sliding pyramid, but as a player Muzz's caliber, he's just going to be able to finish up the fight. But what he did before all that was so nice. Sliding in the stairs, the cones, and keeping the right hand peak, baiting shot. This guy got absolutely beamed, and let's just watch the funny thing that happens here. Yeah, Muzz is weak, so he gets healed by the opponent. Guys, that was probably just a bad player and he panicked. You have them, never lose them, guys, okay? Even if they're a bad player, they can still max bump you. Don't 50-50. Here, Muzz just kind of goes for, I think, a bit of vibes. Baseball bat in, even though the bat has been kind of OP. That player tries to use on Muzz. Muzz jumps backwards and just gets the kill. This player was looking like a decent player building, but Muzz gets a really nice shot. Player, I think, just panic editing and he goes down relatively easily. There is one thing to notice about Muzz's gameplay, not just the fast mechanics, it's the amount of times he just beams players and the amount of times he doesn't get beamed. You know, it's good enough to shoot players for a lot of damage, but to not take damage is actually a skill in its own. I think how he does that is by placing himself behind walls and being the first opponent to actually spot a person and shoot him. Now that is easier said than done, but I guess it's just having good awareness. Yeah, I don't, you know, that's a tough one. Here though, I like the way he approaches this opponent's wall. He does go onto the opponent's wall right in front of him, but maybe it's okay because he knew the opponent was low. And he did have one wall as counter piece control. Here, just before it drops him, I like the way he gets the control. The opponent can't do anything other than stand there, and it's an easy elimination. Here, he destroys the tree so he can get more awareness of these opponents. And look at that. It allows him to get a bit of damage. And now he takes that cracked shield as a reason to go W key hard. Gets even more damage, predicts where the opponent's going to go, and gets another elimination. At this point, he had 15 kills in the solo cash cup. Obviously, he knows how to fight. This guy, yeah, okay. You know, because what this guy does wrong is he panics. And he doesn't look to shoot back at Muzz, and he didn't have awareness. He should have known that there was players fighting him and have been ready for potentially the player who's WKing everyone to drop on his wall. And he should have been ready. And also, maybe if you see an opponent like that, rotate away from him. This guy though, the first opponent I think to actually give Muzz a challenge, and you can even tell from his building and the fact he's pressuring here, being confident, that this probably was one of the better opponents in this match. Muzz does the right thing and gets his shield up. He's not going to have an ego. He's not going to go fight this guy on 1 HP. And he even kind of gives himself a break and rotates away from the box, which I found very interesting. But he does have these edits, so he puts himself on a nice right hand peak, resets the door, and tries to go from a different angle because he didn't really like the one he was attacking from. I like the way he placed that floor in case the opponent jumped out from the side and got a shot off, so now he can only peek from this angle. Muzz takes the wall, goes on a better left hand peek, to the left, and get a better right hand peek, and he gets the elimination. Really smart to not edit it from that worse angle that he was at. This, just fast mechanics, getting to the opponent, editing quickly before he can even react, and that was his 18th elimination. Here I'm slowing it down and keeping it slowed down because what he does is so fast. That was just getting the wall first and doing good muscle memory edits to get the elimination. But here, this is more interesting. A player is right above sorry, I'm not gonna stop though, we can't stop. Gotta keep VOD reviewing. A player is right above him and he destroys all the builds. What's interesting though is great crosshair placement. Player drops on his cone. He does get up though, but now Muzz is gonna be able to shoot him here. No, interesting. But he does follow through with the stairs. That player did a good job, but his mistake was staying directly above Muzz. He should have either went left, right, to the side, or he should have just went totally in a different, like he should have went low ground. He should have just let himself fall, but then obviously he could have been beamed. Let me go, by the way, going back there, that guy who got beamed in the air, what a terrible play. Never launch pad when there's someone looking at you with an AR. Just don't do it. Unless it's like the launch pad where you put the stairs above your head and you go really low and fast. Other than that, just don't risk it. It's not worth it. Here, again, is probably one of the only times again Muzz gets beamed. And I like what he does. He, first of all, tries to get himself some quick healing, blocks the opponent's shot, and then he creates space. He doesn't allow the opponent to drop down on him and kill him. And he's a little bit healthy now, so he can look for a play potentially. Or go for a safer option, hit his head and go straight onto low ground. See the way that he put that floor above his head? If he didn't, he would have went really high and potentially got beamed out of the sky by that opponent. Mistake there, his AR wasn't reloaded. He could have easily killed that opponent, but it happens. At least he got 2 shots off him with his good aim. Now again, not having an ego, playing it safe, just waiting for the opponents to come to him, full health, and this is going to be an easy win. So this Cash Cup. Guys, I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.